Have you ever seen a firefly? They're like tiny stars twinkling in the night. But here's the thing, fireflies aren't stars at all, they're insects. And they don't just twinkle, they glow. It's like they have their own built-in flashlights. This magical glow is called bioluminescence. It's a big word, but it basically means living light. Fireflies aren't the only creatures who can do it. Some jellyfish and deep-sea fish can too. But fireflies are definitely the most famous glow-in-the-dark critters, so how do they do it? What's the secret behind their amazing glow? Well, buckle up, space cadets, because we're about to dive into the science of fireflies. Fireflies belong to a big, happy family called Lampyridae. That's a mouthful, right? But don't let the fancy name fool you. These little insects are some of the most fascinating creatures you'll ever come across. They have a magical way of lighting up the night, creating a spectacle that has captivated humans for centuries. It's like the name of a fancy Italian restaurant. Imagine walking into a place with twinkling lights and a warm, inviting atmosphere. That's what a field full of fireflies feels like on a summer night. But trust me, fireflies are anything but fancy. They're down-to-earth, humble creatures that just happen to have a spectacular way of communicating. Their lights are not just for show, they use them to talk to each other, to find mates, and even to ward off predators. These little guys can be found all over the world, especially in warm, humid places. From the tropical forests of South America to the wetlands of Asia, fireflies thrive in environments where they can easily find food and mates. Think forests, meadows, and even your own backyard. Yes, you don't have to travel far to witness their magic. On a warm summer night, just step outside and you might find your garden or local park illuminated by these tiny glowing insects. They love hanging out near water too. Ponds, streams, and wetlands are some of their favorite spots. The moisture in these areas helps them stay hydrated and provides a rich source of food. So if you live near a pond or stream, keep your eyes peeled for these twinkling wonders. Their lights reflecting off the water create a mesmerizing display that you won't want to miss. There are over 2,000 different species of fireflies. Each species has its own unique flash pattern, which is like a secret code that helps them find each other in the dark. That's like a giant firefly family reunion with everyone flashing their lights and buzzing around. Imagine thousands of tiny lanterns flickering in unison, creating a breathtaking light show that can be seen from miles away. It's a good thing they have those unique flash patterns or they'd never find their own relatives. Each flash pattern is a signal that says, "Hey, I'm here, come find me." It's nature's way of ensuring that these incredible insects can continue to thrive and light up our nights for generations to come. Okay, let's get down to business. How do fireflies actually make light? It all happens in their abdomen, which is like their belly. Inside, they have special cells called photocytes. These cells are like tiny chemical factories. The factories need ingredients to make light, right? The main ingredient is a molecule called luciferin. It's like the fuel that makes the light happen. But luciferin needs a little help from its friend, an enzyme called luciferase. Think of luciferase as the spark plug that ignites the fuel. When luciferin and luciferase mix with oxygen, bam! They create a burst of light. It's like a tiny explosion of energy, but don't worry, it's totally harmless. Now, fireflies aren't just flashing their lights for fun, although it does look pretty cool. These tiny insects have a fascinating reason behind their glowing displays. They're actually sending signals to each other. These signals are a form of communication, a language of light that fireflies have perfected over millions of years. And guess what those signals are all about? That's right, love. The fireflies' light shows are essentially a courtship ritual, a way for them to find and attract mates in the dark. Male fireflies are the ones who do most of the flashing. They use their bioluminescent abilities to create intricate light patterns that catch the attention of females. They're like, "Hey ladies, check out my moves!" Each flash is a carefully timed signal, a dance of light that says, "I'm here, and I'm ready to mingle." Each species has its own special flash pattern, like a secret code. These patterns are unique to each species, ensuring that they attract the right kind of mate. The females, who are usually hanging out on the ground or in the bushes, watch the light show. They are the discerning judges in this nocturnal dance, evaluating the male's performances. If a female sees a flash pattern she likes, she'll flash back with her own signal. This response is her way of saying, "You've got my attention, let's talk." It's like saying, "Hey, I see you, hot stuff." This back-and-forth light communication continues until the female is convinced of the male's suitability. Then the male flies down to meet her, and the rest, as they say, is history. This beautiful dance of light and love ensures the continuation of their species, lighting up the night with their romantic glow. Section 5. Flashing Morse code for bugs. Remember how we talked about each firefly species having its own flash pattern? Well, it's more complicated than that. It's not just about attracting a mate, it's also about staying alive. Some fireflies mimic the flash patterns of other species. Why? To trick them. These sneaky fireflies are predators. They lure in unsuspecting fireflies from other species, pretending to be a potential mate. Then, bam! Dinner is served. It's a jungle out there, even for fireflies. They have to be smart, strategic, and of course have a good flash pattern to survive. Section 6. Glowworms, the next generation. You know how fireflies start out as larvae? Well, those larvae are called glowworms, and guess what? They glow too. It's like they inherit their parents' amazing abilities. Glowworms live on the ground, munching on things like snails and slugs. They use their glow to warn predators to stay away. It's like a neon sign that says, "Warning, I taste terrible." And you know what's even cooler? The glowworms can control their light. They can dim it, brighten it, even make it flicker. It's like they're practicing their moves for when they become adults. Section 7. Firefly predators don't eat the light. Even though glowworms try their best to warn off predators, some critters just don't listen. Frogs, for example, love snacking on fireflies. They don't seem to mind the taste at all. But here's the weird part. When a frog eats a firefly, it starts to glow. That's right, the frog temporarily absorbs the firefly's bioluminescence. It's like a freaky side effect of their midnight snack. Scientists aren't sure why this happens, but it's a good reminder that nature is full of surprises. And sometimes those surprises are a little bit creepy. Section 8. Fireflies, a sign of a healthy planet. Fireflies, with their enchanting glow, are often seen as magical creatures of the night. But beyond their mesmerizing light shows, they play a crucial role in maintaining the health of our planet. Fireflies are more than just pretty lights in the night. Their bioluminescence is a natural wonder, a chemical reaction that produces light without heat. This light is used for communication, attracting mates, and warding off predators. They're an important part of the ecosystem. They help pollinate plants, control pest populations, and their presence is an indicator of a healthy environment. When fireflies thrive, it means the ecosystem is balanced and flourishing. Fireflies also provide food for other animals. Birds, frogs, and other predators rely on them as a food source, creating a vital link in the food chain. Their decline can have ripple effects throughout the ecosystem. Sadly, firefly populations are declining in many parts of the world. Habitat loss, light pollution, and pesticide use are all taking a toll on these amazing creatures. Urbanization and deforestation are destroying their natural habitats, making it difficult for them to survive. Light pollution from streetlights, buildings, and vehicles disrupts their mating signals, leading to fewer fireflies each year. Pesticides not only kill pests, but also harm fireflies and other beneficial insects, further reducing their numbers. So, what can we do to help? There are several steps we can take to protect these luminous insects. By making small changes in our daily lives, we can make a big difference. We can reduce our own light pollution by turning off unnecessary lights at night. Installing motion sensors and using lower intensity bulbs can also help minimize the impact on fireflies. We can create firefly-friendly habitats in our yards by planting native plants and avoiding pesticides. Native plants provide the right environment for fireflies to thrive, offering them food and shelter. And we can spread the word about the importance of protecting these twinkling wonders. Educating our communities about the role fireflies play in our ecosystem can inspire collective action to preserve their habitats and ensure their survival for future generations. Section 9. Until next time, little lanterns. Well, Space Cadets, that's our tour of the fascinating world of fireflies. We've learned about their biology, their behavior, and their importance to the environment. Next time you see a firefly, take a moment to appreciate its magic. These tiny creatures remind us that there's still wonder to be found in the natural world. And who knows what other secrets the universe holds? Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never stop being curious. Until next time, keep looking up.